Rule and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right, 7:40 this morning, we have a little gift for the dads. Whether you're a dad, you want to win this for yourself, or you want to win this for the dad in your life, or just enjoy it with your dad, with the dad in your life. A $100 gift card to Bad Astronaut Brewing Company.
Oh, I'd like that.
And 2 tickets to go ape in Sugarland. It's an adventure park where you can climb and swing and zip through the trees with thrilling obstacles and soaring zip lines. It's a zip line and adventure park.
Thing that's so great about...
You can't have it, Ryan.
No, I know.
You have to give it to someone.
Thing's so great about Bad Astronaut. They have so many different things happening. Like, there's always a theme. Tonight, they're celebrating Pride Month, so they're having this gigantic thing. It's called the Big Queer Quiz at Bad Astronaut. You can put your trivia knowledge
Call me?
to the test. Ahmad, you know this place. Like,
Yeah.
I thought you maybe
And you're going to rapid fire?
1519
like
Fulton
Hey,
Street.
I might,
you could be like a ringer here.
slide through, win some stuff.
What's the question? I mean, what are the questions?
Well, I don't
Probably
have
stuff
their list
about,
of
like,
questions.
Share and
Oh.
designing women. Stuff
Got
like
it.
that.
Everything that's a
Do you watch
cliche?
Designing Women, Ahmad? Like,
No,
would
but
you
it's
seek that
all
out and find
cliche.
it?
No, but I know the big
Golden Girls.
What's that big
Dixie
monologue?
Carter.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
the night the lights went out in Georgia, all that stuff.
Oh, I don't even know that part.
And I know that Bad Astronaut, they're also doing the punk rock garage sale
There's a
on
punk
Father's
garage.
Day.
What's that?
No,
Punk
it's called
crotch.
the Punk Rock Garage Sale, where you can bring any dad to enjoy their big playground. They've got tables, foosball, air hockey, 50 vendors to shop from, and that's from 2 to 6 on Father's
I
Day.
recommend taking your own dad, though. Just don't grab any dad.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Although I'm free, so I'm not.
If somebody
I'm a
wants
dad.
to take Ryan,
You can get me out of the
Is
house.
this a call for help?
just call him Daddy.
Yeah,
Just call him Daddy.
Hey,
that's
Daddy.
right. I'm daddy.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is the...
Now, time for the prank call, featuring Special K on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right. Another man named Eric has reached out to Special K at krbe.com/prank call request to
You
get
spell it
in
with
on
a
this.
C or a K?
With
That's
a
what I always
C.
want to know.
It's a C.
That's
Otherwise, he'd say
Why are you
he's
so
Eric with a K.
sensitive about
I
that?
don't know. It's how it's when you look at names.
There's Mark with C and K.
I think the original way in
Like
Norway.
Brian's,
is
I bet
with
they
the
want
Eric
a
with
Y
Ks.
or a.
I think
What?
it's with K's originally.
Really?
Yeah, if you go back into like Norse history, I guess.
Well, that's stupid. No.
And the whole reason the name Erickson even exists
Leif
is because it's
Erikson.
Eric's son.
Eric's son.
Oh,
That's like how basic we were back then.
that's funny.
Like Eric's son.
Erickson.
Like Thickbeard. Your name is Thickbeard or Longbeard or
Fat
Redbeard.
neck.
Fat neck. Big eyes.
Hey, I'm on Big Eyes.
Okay, here he is telling us why he wants to be on here.
Hey, Roller Line with Eric and Special K. This is Eric. I wanted to prank my girlfriend, Cynthia. She's gotten a letter about her homeowner's insurance, and the escrow was saying that it may have to go up. And so she thought it was paid, but then they said that it wasn't. And so now I wanted to let her know that she needs to do something with the house to make sure it gets taken care of.
Thanks for the setup, buddy.
All right, no problem. Bye.
This is Cynthia.
Good morning, Miss. It's Brooke Dakota with calling regarding the inspection we did on the property.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we have a couple new requirements that stipulate a few updates.
Okay.
Now, did you meet the inspector when he came out the other day?
No, I wasn't even aware of an inspection.
Okay. So what we do is we send out an inspector to take a walk around the house and the surrounding area so we can make sure that your coverage is proper. He noticed some oil stains in the driveway.
I don't have oil stains in my driveway.
Well, that can actually cause slippage, like slip and falls.
But I don't have any. Are you? What address did you inspect?
The white garage door. That is hurricane-proof and bulletproof.
I am not sure. How do I find that out?
Well, you could try if you have a weapon at the house or a fan or something like that.
Okay. I'd have to get back with you on that because I don't know. I'll have to check.
Gotcha. Okay, and the cell phone tower behind y'all?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's leaching radiation. Are the windows radiation-proof?
They're double pane windows. I know that.
Oh, no, they got to be quadruple pane in order to keep that radiation out. You're not feeling any headaches or anything like that?
Nope. Been there for 14 years.
No, okay, no digestion or diverticulosis or anything?
No.
Okay, now it looks like they got you in the new floodplain that FEMA set out, so we just need to get the house lifted a few feet.
Okay.
Does it have hydraulics?
I do not know.
And the tree out in the front, is that a fruit tree?
Nope.
Okay, well, if you could probably switch that out. Unfortunately, the tariffs have run up the cost of fruit, and we're trying to bring that down. If y'all could grow some peaches on it.
Okay.
Now, we'll just come on by and make sure that you've made all these changes here. You can do that this week?
I'm not sure if that could be done this week.
Oh, gosh. Well, we might have to cancel the policy.
Okay.
I see that y'all have left a trash can out.
No.
Well, I see it in the picture here. This might just be a Google picture from the other day, but it looks like y'all don't take care of your trash cans.
No, I think you have the wrong house.
Okay. Oh, please don't get angry with me. I'm just trying to follow up on the claims here.
No, not a problem.
Okay. Now, these new requirements do stipulate that you got to come in and swear to Jesus that you made the changes.
Okay, not a problem. Do it every Sunday.
God bless you, and I will just send you to my manager now. His name is Mr. Eric.
Okay.
Do you know Eric?
Unfortunately, I do.
Okay, he wanted to have some fun with you today. My name is actually Special K. I'm from KRBE, the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay.
Eric
Like,
thought it'd be
okay.
fun to mess with you today about your insurance in your house.
Oh yeah, I think that is great.
Sorry to get you all stirred up there. And when the Google
Oh no, you're fine.
the Google Maps brought up the wrong dang house. I
That's
fixed that.
exactly what I said. I said, they must be looking at a Google Maps picture because I know it comes up with the neighbor's house.
It did, damn it.
And I said, bulletproof and hurricane. Not even houses are bulletproof and hurricane, but okay.
And that cell phone tower leaking that radiation is something else.
But yeah, I think it got him.
I think maybe you did. And do you have a message for Eric who set you up?
Oh, yes, I hope that radiation doesn't get him.
I will let you get to work, Miss Cynthia. Can you say these words for me, please? Can you please say Special K prank me on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric?
Sure. Special K prank me on the Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right. KRB.com/prank call requests. Sometimes they're just not having it. She was being really nice.
Poor Kevin's like, I'm trying to get this girl mad at me.
Yeah, she's not getting mad. She's like, okay.
Just proves,
well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Women hold their temper, I guess. 'Cause
Better than men?
Yeah, because whenever he does pranks on guys, they fly off the handle.
Yeah.
But also, I think with that voice, I feel like she was like suspicious, but was like, The whole time she's thinking, when this guy hangs up with me, I'm going to call the real deal and see if they know this Brooke Dakota.
You sounded like
person.
that Miss Rachel you played earlier.
I know.
and a chipper.
Can you say mama?
How long has this Miss Rachel been around?
Oh,
Because,
for
you
a
know, you
while.
were talking about this. I had
Yeah.
no idea
At
who
least
the heck
5
she
years.
was.
At least 5 years. Yeah, at least 5 years.
But what is, if somebody's just waking up or tuning in, like, what is her big claim to fame?
Well, that's the way she talks.
Yeah.
She's
Kids.
a white lady with a ponytail, overalls, and a pink T-shirt
my
that
da-
gets real close up. She's like, hi.
My daughter's
Can you say mama?
teaching at a camp or working at a camp this summer, and she's like, Dad, these kids are like, they were born in like 2019. She's 16. And this
That's
kid's
crazy.
like, talking about like, yeah, I missed COVID, but my dad almost died in COVID. And they're telling him like, see, these kids will say the darndest things to anyone.
Like, I can't remember
They're telling
COVID.
teachers, she's like, I wonder what I told the teachers about you guys when I was little. I'm like, I'm sure you said
No,
something.
the things that teachers must hear every day, my God.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Right? Like they hear about a lot of things. And then what parents probably tell teachers in anticipation that their kid might rat it out, and the kid never says anything, and the parent ratted themselves out. Well, we're having some tough times at home.
I wonder what it's like for the teachers, you know, when they have the grown-up thing. Like, for instance, in the fall, you said like a private school. Like, my ex-wife teaches at a private school. So in the fall and in the spring, they would have these mixers just for the parents at night to raise money for the school. What the teachers must be like thinking about those parents because of what they've heard from
What they
the
know.
children.
That's true.
Like, oh, that's so-and-so.
The
Okay.
grown-up thing you're talking
Yeah.
about when they have like events for the school to fundraise.
yeah.
Okay.
I just, I love it when, like my daughter's, because she's 16, when she realizes these kids are so young, it's people like Ahmad who like, they, you know, they're cool and hip, they know all the lingo, and then one day it's going to hit them
It will hit you, buddy.
where they go, oh crap.
I don't know what that means.
You're no longer relevant.
Yep.
What is
So do you mean
what
Gen
is
X?
Italian
I felt
brain
like
rot?
we're all of a sudden we were Gen X, and the millennials just snuck up, and they were just like a joke, like, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're
They're
the
the dads
norm, and
and
now
moms.
now it's like Z's here, and it's crazy how it just
Millennials are the butt of the joke.
now millennials are the butt. And they used to
Yeah.
make fun of Gen X and everyone else.
What's the current generation? Alpha?
Alpha.
Yeah. That's what our kids are, right, Eric?
I think so.
They're Generation Alpha. Yeah, if you're 14 and under, you're Generation
I believe
Alpha.
so, yeah.
That's why Italian brain rot's going to be like their phrase.
Ballerina cappuccino.
I know. They were saying that the other day. That is so crazy. All right, coming up next, we want to open the phones to you at 833-390-KRBE. Who is the special dad in your life that you want to put a spotlight on? It could be any father figure role. It could be your own real dad. Could be a stepdad. Could be a bonus dad. Could be an uncle who's been like a dad to you. Let me ask you a question, Eric. Are we going to...
I'd like to be dads, though. Because we never do that for moms.
Right. We never have a mom.
Yeah, it could be a step dad or a dad.
Yeah, we never have somebody call on
say it's
Mother's
like an
Day.
uncle. We never say
and
it's
they
your
say, my
aunt.
dad
Yeah.
has been like, my dad's been both my parents, so I want to shout out my dad on Mother's Day. I know that this is a thing for moms because there are unfortunately, a lot of deadbeat dads out there, so the moms are playing both roles. But Eric would like to stick just to the actual dads.
Just the dads.
And stepdads.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like the
Step parents in general
I know you
are
have
a
uncles
special
that are
breed.
like a dad, but I want to focus because when we do moms, we just say moms.
Yeah, listen, but the mom could be anybody. Like if you have an uncle, maybe your dad
we never
passed
say
away.
aunt, though. We never say aunt or anything. Though.
Well, we don't ask for that, but if it comes up, I'm not going to say, no, you can't shout out your aunt, who is your mom.
I mean, I'm not going to.
Right.
I guess I'll be answering the phones. I guess I could.
You could. Eric's on a kibosh. He was in a bad mood today. It's Friday the 13th. Anything can happen.
You can edge them out.
833-390-KRBE. Shout out your dad. Next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE. It's the Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Or it's the Rula with Dad and Dad Show.
The dads.
Because y'all are
Yeah.
dads.
The double
it's
Ds.
Father's Day weekend.
We are dads.
Don't forget the dad in your life this Father's Day when everybody like scrambles like, oh crap, it's Father's Day. I guess we'll get some grill tools.
Yeah, we see how important we are.
And see, you guys get to see how it feels this weekend. Like how Mother's Day sucks for me. Father's Day at least doesn't suck too bad. Because I'm a dad.
Because you're a dad. Because you lost both your parents. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because Ryan and
It's tough. I'll tell you that. Like, my dad's been gone now for 20 years, but...
never gets easy.
My daughter's thousands of miles away, living her own life. If I get a text, that'll be nice.
I bet you'll call.
We'll
Maybe
see.
for some money.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Yeah.
Phones are full. I don't know if I guilted them into
You
it or
guilted them because
833-390-KRBE. Eric said the lines were not full. We only had two people
3
calling in
minutes
for their
ago,
dads, and now it's full.
they were empty, and you really had to pull at the heartstrings
Two
there.
people did. That's why I'm like, you go to the first two.
Corey and Leslie were the ones, the OGs. Like, they actually wanted to call in about the
Well,
dad before
then
they
they
got
take-
guilted.
they
So
take
Corey
priority.
goes first. Hi, Corey. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, Corey.
Who is the dad in your life that you would like to shine out on today?
My husband, Albert.
Elbert is his name?
Albert.
Yes.
Okay.
What makes
Tell
him
us about
such-
Elbert?
Yeah.
He's a retired Harris County sergeant, and not only was he a great father to my son, his son, and our two boys, but to all the detention officers that worked under him, worked with him, and he still keeps in touch with them now and helps them out through their life as if he was their father.
That is amazing.
That. Sergeant Albert.
Love
We
that.
need to give him a huge hug.
Yeah, thank you for
I
all
hope
you
you
do.
have something fun planned for him this weekend.
Well, I've got to work Sunday, but he's always special to me.
And that's
Okay.
probably a good thing. He gets the Sunday all to himself.
Yeah, house is mine.
He's
I
like,
do
watch any
whatever
show
I
he
want.
wants. He can watch Fubar. I think it just came out on Netflix.
Oh, season 2, that's right. With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sergeant Albert, we love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for being the man that you are to all the people in your life. And thank you, Corey, for shouting him out. And God bless you guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Take
Now,
care.
Leslie was the first call.
Thank
Okay.
you, Corey. Leslie's up first. Hello, Leslie.
second.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're
We're
good.
fantastic.
Who's the dad that you want to put a spotlight on today?
Ronnie Elstrom. Ronnie Elstrom is my dad, and God said something that they never get to their, what they need. But my father has never missed a birthday with a birthday card, and I get it on my birthday every year for 52 years.
Wow.
That's so sweet.
That's impressive.
Awesome. Did your dad also know your pediatrician's name? Because the guys in here don't know theirs.
I'm pretty sure he did.
That's awesome. How old is your dad, Leslie?
He's in his, 70s, 70
Okay.
something. I don't know.
That's so funny. You don't know how old your dad is, but your dad gives you a card every day on your birthday.
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh,
I don't want to
that's
give a
funny.
wrong number. I don't want to give a wrong how old he is, and then he'll be mad at me.
Just go younger, yeah.
I was
70.
getting younger. He's 70.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. When you're 18,
For 8 years in a
good
row.
times. You have
Yep.
plans with him this weekend, or does he live far away? Do y'all live in the same area so y'all can see each other?
He's in Texas City. I'm in Houston, but we're going to have my granddaughter's second birthday this weekend, so we'll all be together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
fantastic.
a great grandfather. That's awesome. Well, bravo. I love
Yes.
that.
That's the best of being a dad. Then you could be a grandpa and be with the family.
And you're
and-
going to be lucky enough to be a great grandpa.
Hope
You'll
I'm not a
enjoy that.
grandpa anytime
grandpa.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have a great day. Thank you so much, Leslie, for putting
Thank
us
you.
on your dad, Ronnie. Okay, y'all have a great weekend together. Thank you so much.
That's
God bless
awesome.
you guys.
And I resent that. I do remember my daughter's pediatrician now. It was Dr. Booten. I remember that because she was
Because she had
hot.
a nice booty.
Because she was hot. Not Dr. Booty.
No. It was Dr. Booten.
Booty. Bree's up next. We're honoring dads. Who's the dad in your life? Bree,
I
good
mean, my
morning.
doctor is Zuniga, but I can't remember who it is now, so I suck.
Okay. Bree, hi.
Hello.
Hey, Bree.
Morning.
Who is the dad in your life you'd like to put a spotlight on for Father's Day?
My dad's name is Megs. He adopted me when I was 3.
Oh, nice.
Just the greatest man you've ever met in your entire life. The sarcasm is off the hook.
Love that.
I remember being able to talk to him about everything, and he would never sugarcoat it. He would never lie. He would just be like, this is how it is, and this is what to expect. I'm closer to him than I am my own mother. I just feel like because he didn't even have to do the job, he chose to do it.
Yeah.
He just really went above and beyond. Like, he used to come to my school just to say hi, just to come and visit.
That's awesome.
And it just was amazing. Like, I can't even say enough nice things about this man.
Bree, do you get
So-
to see him? Like, do y'all live close to each other? You're going to be celebrating with him this weekend? Or is it like from
No,
the distance?
unfortunately, he lives in North Carolina.
Okay.
But I'm really hoping that he will listen to this on the podcast.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
That's awesome.
And you
That
say his
really
name
is.
is Meg?
Yeah.
What's your dad's
Meg.
name? Meg. So happy Father's Day to him. And
Yes.
it's great
I
that he
love
was
that.
such a fantastic man in your life. I mean, we love to hear strong dad stories. That's bravo to him.
I would have turned out completely different in my entire life if it hadn't been for him and his positive influence.
That's
So
fantastic.
I owe
like
him
that.
everything.
Oh, I love to hear that, Bree. Thank you so
Yay.
much for talking about him. Happy Father's Day. Oh, my goodness. 833-390-KRBE. We're taking calls on dads in your life that deserve to be in the spotlight. Jeffrey is up next. Hi, Jeffrey. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hi,
Good morning.
Who's the dad in your life you want to put a spotlight on? Say hello. Happy
Jeff-
Father's Day.
Jeffrey Coleman.
Okay,
I
Jeffrey
know
Coleman.
he
Your
doesn't-
name is Jeffrey, so I assume this
Jeffrey
is your father.
Coleman. Okay.
Yeah.
Senior.
Yes.
Senior. Okay.
Yes. Basically, I like to give him a shout out because he's haven't really been a part of my life because I was adopted, into unbeknownst factors, he couldn't help. But, after I got out the military, I decided, to track down. And he was in Texas, so I got his information. And, we've contact's been on and off. But it's the fact that when I contacted him today, I know he's real busy being a truck driver. I said, hey, Father's Day, if you have time, maybe we can do something. So the attempt he made to at least says, hey, yeah, I'll try is a pretty big shout out. So I like to thank him for that.
Now, wait, Jeffrey, how long ago did you connect with your birth father?
So I got in the military around 2013 and I got out around 2021. So around the time frame of me being in is when I, spent, did the research, spent the money, and tried to contact him. So maybe around 2017 to 2021, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not like new. It's not like 6
What
months
was it
ago
like
you contacted him.
when you found him? Was he shocked, happy? Was he what was his reaction?
It was kind of mixed feelings because we're kind of the same. We don't really like to show our emotional side of things. So for the longest time, I resented him. I had so much anger towards him, and throughout me, growing up in life, as I gotten older now, I'm more mature. So I'm now I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just we're both adults here. We're trying to make the best of it. And the fact that when I contacted him today, the fact that he took an attempt to at least try to make time for me was,
to be
I think, was worth it.
That's great.
And what about the father that raised you? You said you were adopted. Did you have a father that raised you, or you just wanted to focus on the birth dad? That's
it
making an effort?
was basically just my mother. The father that raised me, he was a good man too, but he died when I was very young. So
Really
Gotcha,
happy
gotcha,
that-
gotcha.
Sorry
basically
about
just
that.
a single mother.
So the
trying
mom,
to
your
raise
mom in
me.
the military raised you then.
Right. That's right.
Basically, yes. Yes.
Well, Jeffrey, I hope that you and Jeffrey Sr. can connect on Father's Day, and thank you so much for putting a spotlight on that. All kinds of dads in different roles get honored on Father's Day, but the hardest day for a lot of people is if you've lost your father, and Nicholas is going to spend his first Father's Day without his dad, and he wants to shout him out. Hi, Nicholas. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
I just wanted to shout out my dad. His name was David Koss. He was a very well-known doctor here in the Woodlands, and I just thought maybe I'd give him a shout out because maybe.
Sorry, what kind of doctor was he? What kind of doctor was he?
Internal medicine.
Okay, so a lot of people probably knew him.
Yeah.
Yeah, very general kind of doctor.
What do you want to say about him?
He was an amazing man. You know, he never took a day off. He always put people before him, and that obviously showed with his passing. He passed away from a heart attack in his sleep, and it was kind of all of a sudden because he was a very healthy man. He played tennis, he swam, he worked out every day. You just never know when it's your last time.
Mm-hmm. And it's your first Father's Day without him, Nicholas. I know it's really, really tough.
Sorry.
All of us in here. I mean, me, Ryan, and Eric have lost our dads. And the first one,
Yeah.
it depends on how close it is to Father's Day that you lose your dad. Because I feel like my dad died 2 days before Thanksgiving. That first Thanksgiving almost didn't count. It was the next one that hit harder. So
The holidays are always hard.
It's going to be a tough day, and I'm sorry, but the best way you can celebrate him is by making his memory be eternal. And all these people talk about him. And
were you able to get closure, or were you able to talk to him? Like your last time you saw him, was it a good memory?
Yeah, it was a good memory. I mean, it's kind of sad because we were planning on having dinner the next day. But unfortunately, I was at work, and I worked 3 jobs, so I never really had time to, make plans. And he always was busy with the patients and whatnot. He was always on call.
It sounds just like the song that we were describing earlier, The Cat's in the Cradle.
Yeah, just you're too busy. You got to.
Well, Dr.
lesson
David
for all of us.
Sounds
It
like
really
he's very,
is.
very, very missed. Nicholas, I'm sorry. It's going to be a tough day for you on Sunday, but just celebrate the memories.
Don't make it a
carry
tough
him.
day.
Yeah.
Make it a celebratory day. For
Yes,
Yeah.
we carry them in our hearts. I lost my father on Christmas Day. I refuse to let that be a death anniversary.
You can't.
You celebrate what they were and what they are because
Yeah.
we all live on through our children.
For sure.
And as a parent, you don't want that. I do not want my kids being bummed out every year.
No. I knew that he would
on
be
a
pissed
holiday.
off if I had turned that into a death holiday. He would have been so mad at me. So, no.
I always tell funny
Won't do that.
stories about my dad. Like my kids, like I always said, he lives in memories. I had the very unique privilege of having all this audio of my dad because he came by the studio a lot, right? We always had my dad on. His
Not
name was
enough.
Papa Love. Didn't have him on enough.
Should have
but
more. But
yeah, but in Greek, it's Papu is for grandpa, and so it's Papu Jimmy. We have all these funny Papu Jimmy stories all the time. And like my son, who's 10 and didn't get to meet him, he was born almost a year to the day my dad died. He was like, one day just randomly told my dad, and he goes, "Oh, I can't believe I have to wait till I get to heaven to meet Papu Jimmy." Like it was just so like innocent and cute.
You talk
He
about
said it,
living
you know
on
what I
through your
mean?
children. I mean, you can see the resemblance of your dad and your son.
Oh my
It
God, the
is
cheeks.
unbelievable.
Yeah, the cheeks, right?
Yeah,
He
for
has
sure.
the
if he
cheeks.
starts going into school and wearing the protector with his stuff,
No, it was his
Or an
son. It
apron.
was his glasses
he
case.
puts his glasses. and his,
Yeah, my dad would always wear his glasses case in his cooking shirt
didn't he have-
pocket
What was the?
and a pen.
He had a vegetable in there.
Oh,
too.
he always had fresh basil.
Basil, yeah.
He'd
I
come
remember
here
that.
with fresh basil.
Basil. In
I remember you bringing me some of that basil.
Yeah,
it was
he
so
would,
delicious.
He would always bring it. It always felt so good. Either his cologne or the basil would linger after he left.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, I can't use my headphones. Oh, the cologne.
Oh, happy Father's Day to all the dads in all capacities, you guys, and thanks so much for shouting them out. Sorry,
The
we
phones are
couldn't
full,
get to
by the way.
all
I
the
wish
calls.
we could bring it back in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
8:20 will do it.
Okay, now speaking of dads, have you ever heard of an Arnold Palmer? The
Yes,
drink Arnold
of course,
Palmer,
of course.
named after the golfer
Lemonade and
Arnold
tea,
Palmer. Do you know
yeah.
what the John Daly is?
Yes, put vodka
You add
in
vodka in it. It's an
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer with vodka. It's a John Daly. This is a real man. He's PGA legend John Daly, who likes to drink a
He's
lot.
got that big
retirement.
old beard. He looks like Santa Claus and big old belly, and but he can hit that ball still.
Well, there's a story about him and a country star, and they're in Alan Jackson. You know who
Yeah.
Alan Jackson is. Okay,
Yep.
Zach Top came and performed at the rodeo.
He's got that mustache. Zach
Is
Top.
Alan Jackson Zach Top's dad, or is John Daly Zach Top's dad, or why is this story rotating today? Because he calls him all the time. Anyway, I'll explain. But now it makes me want to have an Arnold Palmer and maybe a little John Daly.
Sounds like you already did.
Yeah.
This story
That's because
is-
she didn't go to bed till 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
I
why do
really
you do
did
this
it.
to yourself?
We'll find out next
Yeah.
on KRBE.
Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE's Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, it's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. All right, I don't often report on a lot of country music. However, the Grammys have announced a new category for country music, traditional country album. Years ago, King George Strait, said, all this hick hop now.
Hick hop.
They said, they don't make
Hick
room
hop.
for us anymore, like the Alan Jacksons of the world and the George Straits of the world, and they got moved aside because like Kojo.
But they're legends. They have their
everybody else.
time. It's like rock and roll. The legends are still around. They're still touring, making lots of money.
Yeah.
AC/DC. Metallica's coming to town, I think, this weekend.
And look, George Strait still tours and makes the money.
Yeah.
But he was making the point to say like country music had taken a different turn, and he wasn't saying it was bad. He was just saying that they're more like the country stations were more interested in playing like hick hop than playing like
I
the
feel like
traditional stuff.
A lot of those people that are now famous country artists would be rock and roll artists. Like a lot of them, I don't feel like they're maybe not posers, but I feel like they.
No, a lot of them are. Look, Darius Rucker. Okay, started out in rock. Buddy of mine.
They go where the money is.
Yeah,
But he's
they
also
do.
from South Carolina. He had country roots.
Okay, but
so he
roll
chose
up.
to go down that lane.
Like a lot of. Okay, I have one friend. His dad was a what do you call it? The student counselor, and he was Garth Brooks' counselor. And Garth Brooks was like a rock guy. Played in rock bands.
That's why he does such a cool.
Same with Clint Black.
That's why he put on such an amazing concert back in the day.
He learned a lot of that
so
from
good.
Kiss. He actually did a collaboration with Kiss back in the 90s.
Yep.
And he learned about how flying through, the venue and he did all that stuff. They
That's cool.
just
But
know
where
what
you-
sells. And
But where you, because the hick hop thing you're saying, that's what
Yeah.
sells. Okay, well, now this new category for traditional country album, some people would say, well, for next year's Grammy, they added that because instead of, having like, when Beyonce won Best Country Album, there are some people that rejoiced for that, and others like, that wasn't country album. Because there's all this like controversy over whether you think it was country or not. And the Grammys have this new category thinking, okay, well, maybe one category could be like, all right, that's cool. Beyonce won for Cowboy Carter, but then we've got like the traditional guys. Like, so what is it? Like, just like the Alan Jacksons of the
What
world?
does that mean then?
I don't really know. We'll have to find out for next year's Grammy because they've added that now. And in other country-related news, there's a story today about John Daly. And I just know him as a vodka drink. It's a vodka iced tea and lemonade. PGA golfer John Daly. The Arnold Palmer is lemonade and iced tea. The John Daly, you add vodka to that. That's what I've always heard. I am not a golf fan. I don't know the golf world's legends, but I know these two names. And Zach Top, I know, performed at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and he was on a podcast, and he asked, what's the coolest part of being a celebrity now? And he said, probably John Daly FaceTiming me every few days. He says he'll just be in a bar drunk somewhere and my song will come on and he just calls me up and says, hey, son, what are you doing? And I say, well, we're about to get on stage. He goes, okay, I just want to let you know your dad loves you. I'll talk to you later. So when I saw that, I go, that's an odd thing. Is John Daly actually Zach Top's dad?
No.
And so I Googled
Is
it.
he?
And the story is that Zach Top is Alan Jackson's kid. And I go, oh, wow, that's Alan Jackson's
really?
son?
For real?
No, it's not.
Oh.
That is a rumor on the internet that AI, again, can't always trust AI because now when you go to Google, it's an AI generated answer. And so it'll say that he's Alan Jackson's son, but then the drop down menu will say, he puts the rumors to rest that he's not Alan Jackson's son. And then I went down that country rabbit hole about like, well, why would John Daly say your dad loves you? Is he just drunk and saying, remember, it's Father's Day weekend, your dad loves you? Because you can talk in third person or you're just talking about that guy's dad.
Or you're just being goofy.
Or he's just drunk.
Hey, your dad loves you. I'm your
Your
daddy.
dad because he called him, hey, son, what are you up to? Well, just remember your dad loves you. Is John Daly Zach Top's dad? I'm confused.
Think about it. When AI decides they don't need us anymore and they want to turn against us, it could just be so easy to take us out.
Didn't tell me in what part.
It's going to be like it's going to be just like the Terminator.
With everything, all information.
Yeah, they can just feed us whatever crap.
I mean, in a world where we were raised on being terrified by Terminator 2, Rise of the Machines.
They're not going to do
I
it
fear
with
for my
guns.
future.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
Like Ryan was telling the other day, in school we learned crap that wasn't true, but we all learned it at the same time. Now it's just, there's other places to find things.
What did I learn that wasn't true?
Like
George Washington and the
Columbus.
cherry tree.
Oh, about the wooden teeth. I think we were talking about that the other day.
And all these things are just urban myths.
But I thought that the wooden teeth thing, because
I feel like they glossed over everything because they can't go deep in like 7th grade history. You don't have time to go.
Yeah, they really don't.
cover all. By the time you get to the good stuff, like the 1900s, it's the last 2 weeks of school for me. It was.
Yeah,
I'm like,
think
I
of
want to
it.
get into the, what happened in 1970, 1980.
Yeah.
Relevant history to us,
The origin of the myth of his wooden teeth, by the way, they say that people thought they were wooden teeth because of the time in the world that it was. They wouldn't have had porcelain available to think. Whoever created the first dentures hadn't thought of that yet. But no, they say that the reason people thought his teeth were wooden is because ivory dentures, particularly when stained, could have a similar appearance to wood.
Ah, okay.
I guess now we know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that focus in my history was like George Washington had wooden teeth. The focus was it was George Washington and the things.
But I think what Eric's mentioning earlier is like they'd leave a lot of things out that we did not know about.
Even they do today, though, guys.
Yeah.
There are kids in high school that don't really know the details of what 9/11 was about. They gloss over it for like a half page in a history book and they move on. You'll learn more from your aunts, uncles, parents, and cousins that were alive on that day to tell you what happened that day. But the older we get, the further away we are from that date, the less people you're going to know who are going to share the story
That's
with
why
you.
museums are important, like 9/11 Museum.
Yeah, like Pearl Harbor. If you have somebody in your life who was alive on December 7th, was it 1942? They're like, oh, yeah, I remember hearing the president come on the radio. We don't have a lot of those elders around to tell us their experience on that. So we have to make sure that it gets put
Recorded
somewhere to
and
see it.
It's
Pretty interesting. All right, I'm done on that.
For what's going down in H-Town on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Now, Eric, I know you are probably the most diehard Astros fan in the building. So our home run leader,
Yojay's number one.
No, yeah, Yojay's number one for sure.
He's such a fan. He actually wears the woman's jacket.
Oh, yeah, that sweater.
It is
Nolan Ryan
debatable.
wore it first.
I have seen many men at former Minute Maid Park wearing the sweater.
No,
Debatable.
That's a lady's sweater.
Listen, I've been there for many games. He's not the only one that's worn the sweater.
Okay, so our home run leader just pulled a hamstring.
I saw that.
Paredes. So he
sucked.
grounded into a double play in the seventh inning, began limping before he reached the bag. He walked off the field under his own power. Dubon replaced him in the at the third base in the top of the eighth. But man, this
that's not
sucks.
good.
We have had such an injured team this season,
And they're still like 4.5 games ahead in first
That's
place.
awesome. That is awesome.
We got like
First
half of our
place.
pitching staff is getting Tommy John surgery.
I know.
And then Jordan's been injured for like 5 weeks. It feels like maybe 6. I can't remember.
We need to wrap our players.
Man, I hope he's not
Bubble
injured.
wrap.
That sucks.
Well, if you were hoping to watch the Red Sox in a random game and see Bregman, he's injured too.
Yeah.
He's got a quad tear or something. There's some game was on. I was like, oh, the Red Sox are on? Okay, let me see if Bregman hits. No, he wasn't there.
And Correa comes back tonight.
Yeah, Minnesota Twins.
Sweet. Now, do any of y'all watch Top Chef? Have you ever watched that?
No.
I think
No.
I get it
this
mixed
season
up.
I tuned in a little bit.
Is that with Padma Lakshmi? What's her name?
Oh, yes.
She hosted that, right?
I believe so,
Padme,
yes.
or
I can't remember how.
So a
Lakshmi-
Houston chef just won the grand prize last night, $250,000, the largest award in Bravo show history. His name is Tristan Epps. He was awarded the Delta Sky Miles Diamond Medallion status as well. And in addition to the $250,000, the $250,000, also another $125,000 to spend on travel with Delta Airlines. Lastly, he's going to headline a dinner at the James Beard House in New York City and present the James Beard Foundation Awards.
Nice.
So
he's like, darn it, why couldn't it be United if I'm living
I
in
know,
Houston?
Houston. I know. I heard Delta. I was like,
Delta's
oh.
harder.
By the way, Padma left Top Chef in 2023.
Right. There's some new people like Kristen Kish. She was one of the winners on a previous season.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Padma Lakshmi. I never knew there was an M in her name. I
Lakshmi?
never said the M. I've been saying her name.
I never
wrong
watch
for
these
years.
cooking shows. Like,
No, I don't either.
I watch diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I know.
Is that the one with
I like that guy.
is that Alan Rickman?
No. That's Guy
he's-
Fieri.
It's Guy Fieri.
Alan Rickman
okay.
is Snape from
Yeah,
Harry
you're talking
Potter.
about the Die Hard guy?
no, not Alan Rickman. No,
You said Alan Rickman.
Adam Richmond. Yeah, I always
He's
mix
on
those two up.
The Food That Built America now.
Yes.
He's always the guy for the Food That Built America. I've watched that so much. I know that Adam Richmond has like a tick.
They have a replacement for that.
He has a blinking tick.
Did you see he's got a replacement for that food challenge show?
Oh, yeah, the guy with the red
He
beard.
looks like a overweight Kevin Quinn. I don't know what to do.
Wait, who?
The guy that
Let me
does,
Google it.
What's that show called? Man versus Food?
Yeah,
Yes.
Man versus
They got Man
Food?
versus Food.
I don't think that guy was like Kevin Quinn.
Like with
massive
with his
meals.
No, he
mannerisms.
does not.
But you see mannerisms, he looks like he's like 150 pounds
You're
heavier.
talking about Adam Richman, right?
No.
Oh,
it's
the
guy that's
replacement.
taken over for
Look at
Adam
right here,
Richman.
Ryan.
All right, hang on. I'm coming around. Hang on.
What is his name
But if you see
now?
him act, because you know how if you watch Irvin and
my
everyone
God,
puts
he
these
does.
videos together on social media, and you see him be animated,
Yeah.
watch him.
It's the eyebrows.
Casey Webb is
He
his
looks like a
name.
fat Kevin Quinn.
I want to say,
I
okay.
don't
I just
think
said
he looks like Kevin Quinn, y'all.
That's an extra weight.
And this just sounds all kinds of wrong.
But when you
the way
watch
he-
the guy do
Yeah, he
his
does.
performance,
You think he has mannerisms like our Kevin Quinn?
yeah, because Kevin gets very animated.
I don't know, man.
That's
I don't
too
see
funny.
it.
I always thought that for
Sorry,
like 2 years.
Let me be more PC. He looks like a Kevin Quinn with additional pounds.
That's
He's
what I
just,
said.
candy coated.
Yeah.
I don't see it at all.
I know. Watch,
but okay.
watch a little
the
bit of him
eyebrows.
during a break. Watch a little bit of him, and then watch a video. Go to
Kevin
KRB social media and watch Kevin Quinn because
Okay.
Kevin gets into it and he has fun.
Nobody needs a 151-ounce milkshake.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
needs an 8-pound
I
sloppy
don't know
Joe.
this guy. This guy's gonna have a heart attack. This guy looks like
yeah,
he's,
and nobody needs to eat to drink a pitcher-sized Bloody Mary garnished with a whole fried chicken.
he's an onion ring away from.
He's an onion ring
Widowmaker.
away.
It is. I can't. That's why Adam Richmond had to give up that show.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
he did?
Yeah.
ruining his health. Because you cannot. Man versus food. Food's going to win.
Google Man versus Food. What's the guy's name?
Give him one more
Webb.
onion ring.
Stop. Casey Webb. Oh, my God. Stop. You're giving
Casey
somebody,
Webb.
you're triggering somebody, my God, with those noises.
And then look up Kevin Quinn and just think of the mannerisms and overweight.
Okay.
You guys are ruining people. What kind of a wacky, wackadoodle Friday the
It's a
13th
weird
show is
Friday.
that?
Hey, coming up next, I was watching an actor yesterday on a movie, and I thought, man, this guy owned this decade, and I think I put 3 of his movies up against any actor you want. You guys
Okay.
think of an actor, think of an actor, actress, and pick 3 of their movies, and I'll take my actor with his 3 movies. Kind of like a
Like
poker
their
hand.
3 best movies.
Yeah, go ahead. Think of any actor you want and throw him at my guy.
Like Tom Hanks. What's his 3 best movies in your opinion?
No, you can bring
versus...
Tom Hanks. I mean, I don't. It's not Tom Hanks. This person.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As an example.
As
like,
an
think
example,
of
like
Tom
I would
Hanks,
say,
top 3 movies you'd put. Meryl Streep.
Forrest Gump, and Big, and
Saving Private Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan. Yes.
All right,
thank
put
you.
those 3 against my guy. My guy would kick his ass.
Really? Those are fighting words.
Yep.
Oh my God, is there a knife in your boot? Let's find out next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.